Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Jonathan Big Tex Johnson of Everything Football 62. I'm gonna do my little roundup show, basically finishing up do some commentary here on the first week of the NFL season. Had a few surprises, some surprises, not a whole bunch of them, but at the same time, it's like it's gonna always be a few surprises. So we're gonna jump right into it right quick and go and break down. I'm gonna break down to you what I thought, what looked good, what didn't look good, or some of the team same old thing over and over again for the most part. Kansas City Chiefs and New England Patriots. That really wasn't a big. It's a shock. I thought if I'm a betting man, of course I'm gonna take the Patriots. But at the same time, Kansas City can't play them good if they play Andy Reid type football and whatnot. And Alex Smith, he did his thing. They completely shut the Patriots out in the second half, and that's an ode to the defense. And Smith, he lights out. You do lights out, you do lights out. That's all there is to it. He played lights out, and I think he's AFC Player of the week, if I'm not mistaken, and whatnot. Steelers and the Browns. Kind of a rivalry type game over the years, but at the same time, it's always pretty much been lopsided. I'm not that surprised by this and whatnot until the Steelers start cranking up Davion Bell, just kind of getting into his own more or less. Getting into his own for the most part, and Kaiser was something good to see. Uh, that was something good to see. I guess for the Browns fans. Uh, you know, 20 for 30, 222 yards, and a touchdown and an interception. Ben Roethlisberger was Ben Roethlisberger for the most part. So they're not really big of a surprise there for the most part. That's kind of just basically it. But the Cleveland, they play some good defense. I think they got a good defense. They may can actually build up on something with Kaiser. I actually felt that Kaiser, he was my sleeper, one of my sleeper draft picks and whatnot. This was gonna go in the second round that I talked about earlier. You go to the Cardinals. We go to the Cardinals and how they played. Cardinals against the Detroit Lions. As we seen what happened there in that particular situation, what went on there. Matthew Stafford showed why he got the money he got, even though I wouldn't have gave him that amount of money. But hey, that's not my money to spend. But he has to play like that, or he has to play like that on a consistent basis in order for them to ever go anywhere or to do anything because he really hasn't, lived up to that. Megatron has left and everything like that. So we'll see what ends up happening with him. But I think Matthew Stafford's a good quarterback. But you know, but we'll see what happens. Kind of a shock. I kind of thought Arizona was gonna beat them. I kind of actually picked. I think I might have picked Arizona to actually to beat them. Carson Palmer seems like starting to regress. Not finding that form for 2015. Remember, this is week one, so a lot of things can happen. Uh, Johnson, he's going to be out for the next couple of so months with a broken wrist, so that's going to definitely hurt them. They have to resign, bring back Chris Johnson, who's not even close to the player that he used to be back when he rushed for 2,000 yards or 13 or 1,400 yards a couple of times. He did it throughout his career. Uh, we'll see what happens. I see Arizona starting to regress. That's kind of what I'm starting to see from them right now. So it's not really a surprise. But like I said, again, it's week one. They can make some adjustment. Arenas can probably, see can he get them boys going in the right direction. Uh, this was the big surprise for me. The big surprise for me was the Texans and the Jaguars. That is something that I was not uh, that is something that I was not thinking it was going to happen. I kind of figured that the game was going to be lopsided with Houston coming out with all of the things that was going on in Houston and whatnot with the flooding and everything like that, and they would be up to the task with everything and really emotional and whatnot. And it just didn't happen. Them guys completely laid the egg. We could talk about the quarterback left and right and everything like that, but Houston kind of prides himself on defense with J.J. Watt and Cushing and a lot of them other guys, Clowney and all them guys. Somebody didn't show up. Them guys didn't get off the bus. Them guys left their game somewhere. I don't know. They left their game somewhere because they didn't even bother to even show up. They had to end up bringing in Watson, do a little mop up, did okay, I guess, for that of a rookie. Leonard Fournette, 26 carries, 100 yards on the nose and a touchdown. Bortles, 11 to 21, 125 yards, passing and 1 touchdown. There's no way Jacksonville was supposed to beat Houston. So, like I said, I just take that as a hiccup, but we'll see what ends up happening. But like I say, but the quarterbacks for Houston don't play on defense. So that was no excuse for one of the top ranked defense in the league to give up to Jacksonville like that. But that gives a lot of credence to Jacksonville. Them guys is ready to play. I honestly think they got a few weapons and whatnot, but we'll see what happens. I think they lost their best receiver. I think they lost their best receiver there the other in that game as well. Um, this game here, the next game, the next game, not too much as a surprise here with the Raiders. With the Raiders because dealing with Anderson and all them guys there. Got beast mode back in the beast mode is back in the house again. You got like I said, pretty good game. It kind of ended the way I thought it was going to pretty much end and everything. Carr doing what he does best and everything. Lynch doing what he does best. So we'll see what happens with that. But I think, like I said, a little hiccup for Tennessee. But I think Tennessee's going to be in the mix of things as well. Young team and everything, just like the Raiders are a young team. So we'll see what happens. But there's no surprise in this one at all. At least it wasn't for me anyway. We got the Eagles at the Redskins. Here we go again with this Redskin here. Kirk Cousins. I'm just going to liken to him right now. Being here in Virginia, and this is Redskin country. I stay right down the street, not that far from all the rest of these other things that they got, for the Redskins fans and all that kind of stuff. Cousins 23 or 40, 240 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Where did he throw the interception at? What have I been saying all this time? He gets at the 20-yard line, 50. Anytime he's in the red zone, he throws picks. I'm going to have to try to do the research to see can I find how many picks has this guy thrown in the past 2 years in the red zone. And this guy is set to be franchise tag. I don't care, whether they get him or not or whatever. It's ridiculous. There's no way he should be getting paid any amount of money the way he sits up there. You can go all up and down the field all you want, but if you can't punch the ticket up in there, what is the point? What good are you? But that's something Redskin fans got to sit up there and deal with. That's something I don't have to deal with. But that's what they're. But just from a fan standpoint of view, here's what this guy's done. Carson Wentz, 26-39, 307 yards, 2 touchdowns and interception. And plus, he fumbled the ball. Cousins fumbled the ball a couple of times and whatnot. Lost their tight end Jay Reed, if I'm not mistaken. He stays hurt. So here they go with kind of the same old routine when it comes to that. LeGarrette Blount, went over there, not nothing major, but that's kind of what you expect from him. He's about a 3.4-yard carry. He just kind of moves the chains for you when he needs to. This is a surprise, kind of a surprise to me, the Ravens and the Bengals. I kind of thought that the Bengals was going to be, I didn't expect them to lay an egg. I didn't expect them to lay an egg with some of the talent that they have there. Flacco didn't do anything that great. He's only 9-17 for 121, a touchdown and an interception. Dalton guy was putrid. The Red Rifleman was just putrid. I don't know what four interceptions. 4 interceptions. It's really, nobody showed up for the Bengals, obviously. And if Marvin Lewis doesn't get it right, I don't even know sometimes how Marvin Lewis is still there because he's such a defensive-minded coach. They may be missing some play. I don't know. They got talent on that team, and there's no reason for them to be blanked by an underachieving Baltimore team as far as I'm concerned, because Flacco just coming off an injury. He hasn't really done. He's still rusty. So you would have thought that these guys would have played much better football than they played. And Marvin Lewis better get together for he's going to be out of a job in the midseason. And they may be getting ready to start shopping the Red Rifleman because nothing's going on. They turn to A.J. McCarron as if he's still there, so he can bring some of his Alabama magic. Next game, who we got? We got the Falcons and the Bears. Kind of a surprise from that one, not by the outcome. I figured it would be like a 35 to maybe 35 to 17, 35 to 14 type game. I didn't expect for the Bears to keep it that way. But again, of course, if they had some type of a decent quarterback or anywhere, they may have could have actually beat the Falcons. We're going to see if the Falcons don't have that of the Super Bowl hangover, as they call it. But we'll see that soon enough. What they're made of. Matt Ryan, he did good, 21 to 30, 321 yards. Julio on that 4 catches for 66 yards. Hooper was the main attraction there. 2 receptions, 128 yards. So I think that's the tight end if I'm not mistaken. So these guys, Mike Glennon, I guess he was okay, 26 for 40, so, but 213 yards, but that's pretty much. We'll see what happens on the way with him. See, won't they be sitting up there going back trying to get Trubisky? But I honestly thought Atlanta would probably beat them like 35, 14, 30, 35. I thought they would at least put up 35 points, not just 23 points with the offense and the running backs and the weapons that they have over there. Next game we got Jets and Bill. They're not really surprised by that. Not really even much to really say too much about this game for the most part. Who was their quarterback? I mean, you got James McCown, 26 for look at this. I mean, the 26 to 39, which is not that killing bad. Only 187 yards. He's dinking and dunking. And he's not even getting the ball down the field. Luckily, LaShawn McCoy, he did his thing. These are two teams that I think Buffalo has more talent, but it's like Buffalo just had to learn sometime to get up out of their way. I don't know. People haven't been to the playoffs since Jim Kelly left or Doug Flutie or whatever one of them guys was over there. I mean, it's not good over there, and they just and it's the whole quarterback thing. I mean, that's really what it comes down to, is the whole quarterback thing. We go to the next game. We got, this was a surprise for me. Again, I was not expecting this, not even for it to be this major lopsided. But I had, there was no way that I was going to pick the Rams over the Colts. From what I saw last year from basically both teams, but when I saw from Rams, I didn't think they were going to do much of this. And like I said, people talk about, well, luck wasn't there. Luck, here we go again with this, what I said a little bit earlier. Luck does not play on defense. So what's the excuse of Indianapolis and not having defense and letting these people put up 46 points on you? 46 points. I think some might have been a couple of interceptions, maybe, possibly. Not. Let me see. But nah, man. It's like, they basically put up. Let me see here. Gurley, they held stout for the most part, but I think it was just big plays. It was just basically big plays left and right. Fumble for a touchdown. Let me see. Was it any? Yeah. Here we got, two of their two of their scores, 12 of their points was off of turnovers. And then you had a touchdown, you had 2 rushing touchdowns and a pass that was a receiving touchdown. So hey man, here you go. It's just unbelievable. The field goal, touchdown, 39 touchdown return. You had Gurley 5-yard run, Kupp 18-yard pass, another 35-yard field goal, 44-yard field goal. El Joyner 29-yard touchdown return, safety, and then Brown had a 3-yard run. So they like I said, it's not that they was doing anything. They just made big plays on defense. That's what I say. But you made big plays on defense and whatnot. So but I didn't expect it. And Coach better get it going. Chuck Strong's gonna be up out of there. And I keep telling all these people, I like Luck. Got no problem with him. You're gonna have to get up. He's gonna have to get up out of that somewhere along the line, even though whether it's fair or unfair, he's gonna have to get to a particular point in time where he's going to have to. He's got to play. He can't keep getting hurt. He's got to get out there on the field. Protection, no protection, either way it goes. That's how the game is played. Seahawks, Packers game really wasn't that great, not to me. Expected a little bit more. Refs pretty much kind of gave that game to the Packers. Packers kind of got their groove on, and before you know it, 17-9 game over. If they could have just maybe engineered a stop or whatever, Seahawks probably could still came back and won that game, but some ticky-tacky calls there. Refs kind of gave that game because Seahawks should have easily walked out there with a win. 49ers and the Panthers, kind of expected that. I don't see the 49ers doing much of anything. Cam trying to get it together, shoulder surgery and all that going on. So Cam, 14-25, 171, 2 touchdowns and interception and everything. Main thing is try to make sure Cam can sit up there, stay upright, Have Stewart back there running the ball. They want to throw McCaffrey in there, fine. Let him see whatever's going to happen with him or whatever. We'll see. But not to put too much up on him. But make sure Cam can sit back there, throw the ball 25 times, maybe or whatever like that, run here or there. But they don't need to be trying to run him that much no more because that's what got him in this. Even though that's part of his game, but he's getting to be older, so you know what he has to do. So we're not no surprise here at all with this particular game whatsoever. Giants Cowboys. Hey, it's all about. We left a lot of plays. A couple of times that Prescott could have actually hit Dez in the end zone. Kind of for Dez wants that ball up in the air, so because he figured he pretty much can out jump anybody's playing that corner position or safety or what have you. Defense looked good. At Smith there, you had guys up out there, guys to defense. They're putting pressure on Eli all night long, and that was a great thing to see. Ezekiel running the ball. Guys look pretty sharp. I expect to see a few more points on the board, but we'll see what happens next week. This was the major surprise here. Didn't see this one coming at all. Did not know the Vikings got a style defense, but not very much on offense. Adrian Peterson is gone and whatnot, and who would have ever thought that you sit up there at Sam Bradford? Bradford, 27 for 32, 346 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's the Bradford that I've been looking for since he came out of Oklahoma because he had that sensational sophomore season that got him the Heisman Trophy, I believe. And that's what that's the thing. You expected a lot out of this guy, especially in the money that he had gotten, and he's kind of underachieved due to injuries and whatnot. So we'll see what happens in this. And Thielen, and you had the Stephon Diggs. I'm like, hey man, and then can't say enough about Dalvin Cook. Still, no way he was supposed to slip. I don't care what they said. I don't first rounder, but it's fine. He's where he's supposed to be at. The kid played some ball, 127 yards rushing. Caught a couple of passes for 10 yards. I'm like, the kid's straight up upside. The guy's a player. Drew Brees does what Drew Brees does. But like I said again, defense always suspect. And Brees is all they got, and they better do something because after a while, Brees is not going to be able to keep digging them up out of holes. He's starting to get old, so he's not going to be able to keep digging them up out of holes. Let me go into this next game. Last game, Chargers, Broncos. Not surprised by this one. Chargers, as usual. Every time I see the Chargers play in an opening game, or every time I see them playing, they either have a lead, have the ability to win. I don't think I've ever watched the Chargers in the past few years to why I actually watched them actually win a game. They are in pretty much every ball game, and they find a way to lose, one way or another. Rivers was 22 of 33, 192 yards, 3 touchdowns, had the 1 pick. Gordon had pretty good, but I think he caught a receiving touchdown if I'm not mistaken. Simeon, 17-28, 219 yards, 2 touchdowns. If Denver could just make sure to solidify that quarterback position, their defense, and get them a nice little running game with Jamal Charles and Anderson in the back, hey man, they'll be back in the hunt again. They're not going to have a Peyton Manning, but if they can have a steady quarterback that's not going to make no mistakes and got somebody that's going to, run that football, Denver's going to be a hard beat because they're still young and they got that defense. Chargers, like I said, every time you think you want, something from the Chargers, what happens? Them guys find a way to lose every time. Every time I ever watch them play, they find interesting ways to lose. So that's my week 1 roundup on what I thought. Now, I can say a few surprises here and there, but definitely the rookie running back that made noise for me is what I saw. Even though they say Joe Mixon did pretty good, I saw a couple of runs he had. But Dalvin Cook, I think Dalvin Cook's the real deal. He can do everything. And watch that young man from the Saints, that guy that went to Tennessee. So you gotta, so like I say, so not too much of a surprise. So week 2, I'll be my picks here coming up real soon for who I feel is gonna, who's gonna come out with some W's here coming up for week 2. Check me out at Everything Football 62 on YouTube. Leave a comment, subscribe to the page. Check me out on Twitter, Everything Football 62, Untucked Man 62. Check me out. and everything. And you could join, be a friend or whatever they call it on Twitter and everything. And we get ready for week 2. Probably start talking about some little bit more college football as well. But definitely get ready for week 2. Thanks for listening. Y'all have a good day. All right. Thanks.